Hello artists! Today we are making some paper sculptures. There are 5 different techniques that I'm going to show you. The first one is a spiral. So you're going to take a piece of paper from your basket and you are going to start by just rolling the paper. If it's easier to do this with a pencil, you definitely can. You would just take a pencil like this and you would start to roll the paper around it. You would roll it until you got all the way to the end. And it's okay if it's a little bit wonky. That's fine, it still works. You're gonna open it up, boing, and you have a spiral. So that's technique number 1. The next technique is zigzags. For a zigzag, you would just fold back and forth. You could use your finger inside of it to help you like I'm doing here, and then bend it back over it, or you can just fold it back and forth. And then when you're done, boing, like an accordion. Okay, the next one is an arch. For this, you bend the paper, but if you try and glue those little ends, they're too skinny, so you need to make little tabs. So you just fold the sides back at the ends, and now you have space to glue it down, either tall or wider. Two techniques that I'm going to show you require scissors. So the first one is going to be fringe, and you're going to want to get a little bit of a thicker piece of paper. There are lots of different types of strips in the baskets at your tables. You might have some thin ones, you might have some thick ones. So for this, you're going to look for some thick pieces of paper. And when you create fringe on just one side, you are going to cut with your scissors. Now let's talk a little bit about scissor safety. When you're using scissors, thumb goes in one side, fingers go in the other, and we cut like this. But you only cut when you have a piece of paper in the other hand. You never have scissors if there's no paper in this hand. Your helping hand needs to have paper in it. Now, we are not going to play or spin the scissors because that's not safe, and we are safe in the art room. And you all know that because you're amazing artists. So as you work, make sure your thumb is at the top and you're using your scissors safely. You are going to open and close, and you are not going to cut all the way through the paper. If you do that, then you're not going to have fringe. You're just going to have 2 pieces of paper. Okay, you're going to keep doing those little cuts so that you make fringe, and then when you're done, fold up the other side so that you have space to glue down your fringe so you have like grass. Good job. Okay, now the last technique is the trickiest. This is called creating tabs. For this, similar to fringe, you're going to do little cuts on one side. Do not do them very deep. Only do them like kind of to this part, not even halfway to the center. And you're going to do them a little bit further apart than you did with your fringe. So you're going to do cuts on one side, and then you're going to flip this around, and in the exact same place on the other side, also do one. Make sure you leave space in the center. You need to leave area in the center that's not cut. So you do a teeny cut on one side, and then you turn your paper to the other, and you do a teeny cut exactly across from it on the other side. So now I am going to put my scissors down, and to make tabs, you fold one side up, skip a spot on the other side, fold that side up. And I keep going back and forth to create my tabs. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to create our paper sculptures. Okay, you have 2 pieces of paper in front of you. There are lots of boxes, and in each box there is a word, some words at the top, a picture, and words at the bottom. For example, this says Ken wink. There's an eye winking and an orange spiral. You know how to make an orange spiral now. So if you can wink, this is exactly what you would do. Okay, so I'm going to use those pieces of paper to help me decide which paper sculpture techniques I create. Remember, when you glue, ... don't glue a lot, and if you get glue on your hands, rub to magic it away. I'm going to keep working until I fill my paper or I run out of time. We're going to work on these for 2 days, friends, so don't worry about rushing through this. Take your time and have fun.